Hello, my name is Amy and welcome back to your mat. Welcome to your practice. Today we're going to do a fun little summertime yoga flow. So we're going to let go of any expectations. We're not going to worry about all perfect alignment. This is just going to be a fun little flow. So we're going to start with bound ankle pose. So go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together, sit up nice and tall. And to make this a little bit more fluid and more fun, and again, throughout today's class, I want you just to kind of feel the movements. Don't worry about how it looks exactly, just gonna go with it. So we're just gonna roll the bowl of the pelvis here. So you're just gonna roll in circles here with your pelvis, and at the same time, we're gonna add in some wrist circles. So these can be as big and boisterous as you like them to be. They can be together, they can be opposite each other. Just get creative and have fun with this. So you're kind of giving your brain a little challenge here because you're doing two different things at once. You're circling the bowl of your pelvis and around your hips, whatever, however you want to think about that. And you're also circling your wrist. So we're just gonna continue in this pattern for a few rounds. You can go the other way if you like. You can stay the same way. You can bring the hands up higher, whatever feels good. Again, we're not looking for it to look exactly a certain way. Every one of us, if we're doing this all together, if we could see all of us, they would look slightly different. So don't worry about how it looks. Just gonna go with fun and enjoy it. We'll go a couple more rounds here. Getting those wrists warmed up a little bit, shaking out any excess stagnation there, and just enjoying. And then from here, come back to center. Stay for a moment, close your eyes, and then we're going to roll onto our backs. So what we're gonna do from here, hug the knees into your chest. This is gonna be another little fun challenge. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. And we'll see how well it works for me. I did not rehearse this ahead of time, so we'll see if it works. But we're gonna just start by doing some rocking back and forth. So you're gonna rock back and forth, and then eventually you're gonna rock up to a seat, or if possible, all the way to standing. So you just go for it. Go a couple of rounds so you feel like you're ready, and bring the momentum and come to a stand if it worked for you. And if it didn't, stand yourself up, it's all right. So from here, we're gonna just shake all that out for a minute before we move on to the next part of our flow, or to the actual flow part here. And we're gonna start with, I've heard this called bored child sway. Kind of like, a bored kid, like, what can I do? So just swinging the arms back and forth from side to side. And you can make this even bigger, more expressive. You could bend deep in the knees. Just go with what feels good for you right now, okay? This is a fun summer yoga flow. There are no rules, there are no right. And then come back slowly and steadily. Gonna close our eyes for a moment, just feel that. And then we're gonna come to stand at the top of our mat. So from here, I'm gonna step my right foot back first into a high lunge. We're gonna stay upright here. And I'm gonna widen my stance out because I know where we're going. You don't know yet where we're going. I'm also on uneven ground, so I'm trying not to fall over, but if I do, it'll just be fun for the video. So from here, we're simply gonna do a little back and forth here. So right now, I've got my back toes are tucked, my heels off the ground. But then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back on that back heel and lift the front toes. And now my front leg will straighten and we'll try not to fall over. So you're just gonna go back and forth, bending into that, and then straighten that leg, but you're gonna come on that front heel, if that makes sense. So you're just going back and forth here, trying to keep that balance. If you fall, it's okay. Use your hands as a guide. Back and forth, rising those front toes, coming up on those back toes, rising those front toes into that bend. I swear when I rehearsed this part, it was a little easier than it is on this uneven ground. So do your best. Don't worry what it looks like. You're just going with a little bit of back and forth here. And you may even bend that back knee too. And you may not even straighten that front knee. It's okay. Step forward. That didn't look nearly as graceful as it looked when I tested that pose out on nice flat ground. We're gonna step that left foot back again. Give yourself a nice wide stance. If you've got a nice surface, a nice flat surface, it'll be easier for you. And the same thing, we're just gonna rock back and forth here. So coming up on that front heel and then planting those toes back down. Coming up on the back toes while the front foot is planted. If that doesn't make any sense, feel free to look at what I'm doing here the best I can. I thought this was gonna be a great one, but I don't know if it's working so well on this ground. So, like I said, I need to rehearse on the kind of ground I'm gonna be doing this on. I'm actually in a park here in south side of Indianapolis, so the ground is a little more wobbly, or make any more wobbly. So just go a few more rounds. Again, we don't care what it looks like. Step forward, shake that out. So what we're gonna do is a little bit more of that bored child. Maybe we're kind of bored with that. Like I said, sometimes things, they sound like they're gonna work out better than they do. And maybe it worked out better for you, and I hope it did. And if it didn't, oh well, shake it off and be like, bored, let's move on. So now we're gonna go into Warrior Two. So I'm gonna step that right foot back. And now my left foot is forward and it's gonna be bent here. So to make this a little less like, okay, so we're in Warrior Two, this is kind of boring. Hips are squared or toward the side of the mat. I will give that cue because instead of facing to the front. Otherwise, we're not worried about everything being all aligned. You're gonna take your hands, your arms out, and instead of having your hands, your palms of your hands going toward the floor, we're gonna have them upturned. So I've got my hands kind of upturned, almost as if I was cupping, like I'm gonna cup some water maybe falling from the sky. Luckily it's not raining today. It rained hard yesterday, but not today. And I'm actually gonna just take my thumb next to, but you do whatever you want. We're just gonna upturn the hands here. And then you're gonna inhale, and you're gonna straighten that front foot and just rise your arms up overhead. And then you're just gonna gracefully or dance like exhale and bring the arms back to the sides with your front leg bent. Got it? So you're just gonna inhale, straighten that front leg, lift those arms up overhead. I'm doing a little swirl up here at the top. You can do whatever you want. And then exhale back into your Warrior Two and your arms outstretched. So we're just gonna do a few rounds like that. You're gonna go at your own pace. You're gonna go at your own little rhythm and your own little whatever. So here we go. Straight leg and back to bent. Straight and back to bent. And you can inhale as you go up if you like, and exhale, or if you want to mix it up, do the opposite. This is your practice, make it your own. So really just feel into this, make it expansive, make it dance-like, creative if you like. Do a couple more rounds before we go to the other side. And then let's go ahead and switch to the front side of our, or the back side of our mat. So I'm gonna turn my toes, and now my front foot is forward and is also bent. So the same idea, I'm not gonna explain it all over again since you now know where we're going. So go ahead and get started when you're ready. Straighten and inhale and exhale and fold back in and bring those arms out. So you know what to do with this. Go with what feels good. So much of our lives are regimented. I mean, this is what you need to do. And a lot of yoga can be that way, very alignment cued sometimes. But in today's practice, we're just going with the flow. Whatever feels good to you. I believe your practice should be playful at times. Maybe not all the time, but, or even if it is, that's good too. And then go in, come back up, and now you're gonna bring your toes, your toes will be pointed out and your heels are in. So you're at about a 45-degree angle here. And then you're gonna sink in a little bit here, but you don't have to go super deep here. You can stay more upright if you like. And we're gonna add the arms in again. So again, we're just getting kind of very loose here. Loosey-goosey, as my grandmother probably said back in the day. I don't even know if that's something people would know what that means anymore. Anyways, when we rise up, we're gonna inhale, bring those arms up in whatever configuration you want. And then when you bring them back down, you're gonna bend back in your knees. So we're just opening up, straighten legs, and coming back down, bringing the arms down when we bend our legs. So just go with whatever feels good here. Again, just feel into it. It may not look exactly like what I'm doing, and that's okay. It's really about feeling good in our bodies and just enjoying that summertime feel. And even if you're not doing this in the summertime, maybe just feeling all the goodness. And you just want to be a little bit more playful. We all need a little bit more playtime in our lives. Especially as adults, we kind of lose that childlike fun. And I feel like summer is the reason a lot of I think a lot of adults love summer for that very reason. It brings us back to being, loose and free and all that stuff. So expand out, like almost like fireworks going off, and then come back to center. Now from here, we're gonna actually keep that same configuration with our toes, our feet, and then we're gonna do what's called skater pose. We're not gonna go super low though, and we're gonna add the arms in again. So we're using everything today. So I'm gonna show you slowly the first time, and then from there, make it your own. We're gonna bend into that left knee. So your knee is gonna be tracking over your feet instead of coming directly. You don't want it to go this way. You want it to be tracking over your foot. And when you're doing that, we're bending over our left foot. The right hand's gonna come down any amount where you want to, and the left hand will come behind you. And then you're gonna come back up and switch sides. So now I'm gonna bend over that right foot, and now my left hand is coming down and my right arm is behind me. And so this is gonna look a little different for all of us too. But just go from side to side. We're skating back and forth. And just feel it. You can go lower if you like. You can stay it more upright. I just did a strength training yoga conditioning class yesterday, and so my quads and thighs are a little sore, so I'm gonna stay more upright. But you are welcome to come as low as you like. Just tapping here. You can add some little pizzazz if you want. Do what feels good. I encourage that today. I always encourage that really, but more so today even than normal. A few more rounds there. And then from there, I want you to slow it down. Come more upright. Stay here for a moment, close your eyes. And then all you're gonna do is put your hands down, hop your feet in, and come to a seat. However you wanna get on your back, go ahead and come to your back here. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself that nice big bear hug. Best bear hug you've ever given. Stretch that left leg out long on your mat. And then move on my mat a little bit better here. And then keep that right knee hugged into your chest and look up. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this right leg over to the left. So we're gonna come into a twist, but instead of looking to the left, we're gonna look straight up ahead of us. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring that right leg over. Your knee may or may not come to the ground, that's okay. And you're gonna leave that chest open and you're gonna look straight ahead above you. Now, if you have the privilege or you have the opportunity to do this class outside, and I should have mentioned that at the beginning, I'll put that in the description. If you're outside and you can just do a little sky gazing. If you've got some clouds, just keep your eyes open and just watch the clouds pass by as we're in this pose. If you're not outside or it's overcast or whatever, close your eyes and visualize the clouds floating over. Just for a moment, let your mind just go empty and watch your thoughts like the clouds float by, whether you're visualizing or actually seeing them in person. I'm also using my left hand to kind of hold down my right knee. You can do that if you like. I do have my right arm stretched out. So instead of I should have said, instead of looking over to the right, and you do have that as an option. If you really want to open up the neck a bit, you can. Or you can keep your head straight up. Take another inhale there. Let all that go. Bring your knees back into your chest. Don't worry, we have another side so you can continue to cloud gaze or visualize that. Hug the knees in. Let that right leg go out straight on the mat. Hug the left knee in, and you know what we're doing here. So go ahead and cross that over to the right. And as you can see, my knee does not come all the way down to the ground. It doesn't need to. And then my left arm is out to the side. And I am just using my right hand here to kind of help coax that left knee down a bit. And just continue to visualize, or if you're outside, actually watch the clouds go by. If you've got some clouds floating by, let your mind go for a moment. Let it daydream. Oftentimes we feel like we can't be daydreaming. Got a couple of ants who are attacking me. as adults for stop daydreaming, get back to work, get focused, whatever. I'm giving you full permission, full on daydream. It's all right. Whether your eyes are closed or open, just allow your mind to empty and drain of whatever it may have on its mind, whatever thoughts might be on your mind. Take another inhale there. Exhale and let that go. And for those that have the time, I'd like you to go ahead and stretch out in Shavasana. So go ahead and stretch your legs out, your arms out, get big on your mat. Just open up onto your mat. We're gonna stay here just for a few breaths in a nice Shavasana. And if you have extra time, I really highly encourage you to stay in that pose and totally ignore my cues. And I know that some of you need to move on with your day and you may have already shut off the video. So if you have, you're not gonna do this anyway. However, for those that are still with me, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for taking the short amount of time to just play on your yoga mat, enjoy some fluid movements, and to let go of the adulting that we have in our lives and just enjoy the play. So I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time.